I think it's very important when you have the best players in the world together, you got to compete and you got to play hard and you got to show the fans how good they really are. I watch them all the time. I think I watched Indiana State and Iowa. Caitlyn Clark play about the same last year, so I watched a lot of basketball.
Welcome back to the Buzzer Update. I hope today is going great for everyone. I have another thrilling and fascinating video for you today. You will undoubtedly want to see this one through to the very end if you are a true admirer of Caitlyn Clark. Please let me know that you are a member of the Buzzer Update Army by leaving a CC 100% remark below before we begin. I adore seeing all of the incredible Clark supporters in the comments. Let's proceed right into today's video without wasting any more time. Then, that's how it starts. Not with a press conference or a leaked memo, but in a room so clandestine that not even the janitors knew about it. In what insiders are already calling the most startling event in women's basketball history, three basketball titans, Caitlyn Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and none other than Larry Bird, gathered at the Pacers facility in the heart of Indiana. There are only whispers, no cameras, no reporters, and those murmurs are turning into tremors. Fans are begging for clarification, executives are inspiring, and people are talking. What in the world could bring together a rookie in the WNBA, a league veteran, and one of the greatest basketball players in history? The reaction is not only shocking, it might change the course of sports forever. Please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel if you value the content. It may surprise you to learn that almost 90% of viewers have not yet subscribed. Even though it only takes a second and is free, it means the world to us. Have you already subscribed? Fantastic. I sincerely appreciate your help. Let's return to the video now. Given that he recently had the most important rookie season in league history, Clark is no stranger to attention. But the discussion isn't about highlights or buzzer beaters. This discussion has to do with influence, power, legacy, and revolution. Sophie Cunningham, Phoenix's firebrand, has always followed her own path. She is well known for her bold game and voice. She only shows up when it's absolutely necessary. If she is in a room, something important is also taking place. Next is the ghost of French Lick, the renowned Larry Bird, a man who is more than simply a basketball speaker. He has also been out of the public eye for a considerable amount of time. Up till now, quiet, distant, and retired. At that moment, the world of basketball came to a complete halt. When all three of them showed up in the same room, it was more than just a meeting. It sent a message. This trio is at the heart of a massive project that is being developed. What could unite these three? What could be so important that it made Larry Bird come out of retirement, got Cunningham off the sidelines, and made Clark not just a player, but also a movement leader? The next era of basketball has begun. Insiders claim that there are rumors regarding anything from mentorship programs to league restructuring. There are even whispers of cross-league collaborations that would make it impossible to distinguish between the NBA and WNBA. But it's clear that this goes beyond basketball. It's about elevating women's basketball to new heights, leaving a lasting legacy, connecting generations. The most bizarre aspect is this: we still don't know everything. However, we can confidently say that history is taking place in front of us based on what has already been released. Caitlyn Clark is at its center. Caitlyn Clark's rise has been nothing short of amazing. She didn't just join the WNBA, she broke it. Record-breaking attendance, unprecedented viewership, and merchandise flying off the shelves. During her rookie season, she turned a league into a movement. But let's look past the numbers. It extends beyond her highlight reels and three-point shooting. It has to do with the dominance of culture. When Clark plays, arenas not only fill up, but explode. She not only draws fans, but also builds tribes. From her days on the Indiana hardwood to her college years at Iowa, Clark's name became synonymous with excitement. She wasn't just suffering from Indiana fever. For the whole WNBA, she marked the beginning of a new era of relevance. ESPN treated her like an NBA All-Star. Networks rescheduled primetime programming for her games, and the numbers are startling. Nearly 1 million people watched every game she played on big nights. For the WNBA, that was unheard of. For sports television, that was history. Her influence, though, went beyond the scoreboard. Brands called out for her. With Gatorade, Nike, and Beats, she rose to prominence in the marketing industry. Her prominence impacted the WNBA scene in addition to making her wealthy. Behind the scenes, executives rushed to modify deals. Networks renegotiated contracts, and players started to believe again that their league could grow, that they could make a difference, and that this might be the pivotal moment for women's basketball. Clark did not demand reform by joining the league. She forced herself to do it. She attracted fans who had never watched the WNBA game. She increased the aspirations of young women and elevated the status of seasoned athletes. As a result, it is significant and notable that Caitlyn Clark entered a secret meeting inside the Pacer facility. She is more than just a contributor to the future of basketball. She is making sure that everyone knows that she is the future. Now let's talk about the wild card. Sophie Cunningham. Grit, grind, and guts. If Caitlyn Clark is on fire, Sophie is like fuel. Having played for the Phoenix Mercury for 6 years in the WNBA, Cunningham is no stranger to controversy and leadership. She is the type of player who will dive headfirst into a pile in an attempt to find a misplaced ball, then stand up and report it as if it were at the post-game press conference. Additionally, people listen to her when she speaks. From media respect to locker room conditions to player compensation, Sophie has been the voice that players weren't even aware they needed. Now she is sitting with legends at the table. Why is she so fearless? Because even when the cameras aren't on, she doesn't hesitate to question the system because she is well-versed in the game. But this is the strongest. Cunningham adds legitimacy. She's not a media star, darling. Her corporate gloss is lacking. She is pure. She is sincere. She is also well-respected. Therefore, her involvement in this new project, whatever it may be, is not fluff. The cause is fire. Her presence demonstrates that this is more than just amusement. It has to deal with real transformation and substance. Sophie has been planting the seeds for future leadership roles, union work, and player advocacy for many years. This meeting could be her harvest. Cunningham is now the glue, the bridge between generations, and the enforcer who makes sure the change is carried out rather than just debated thanks to Bird's gravitas and Clark's star power. And then there's Larry Bird, the icon, Indiana's idol, a 3-time NBA champion, a 3-time MVP, and a trash talker the league has never heard of. But at this moment, he's not here to flaunt his resume. He is here because he believes in something bigger than himself. And when Larry Bird finally shows up after years of silence, it's time to pay notice. It wasn't just Bird's skill as a player. In his capacity as an executive, he produced rivals. He raised entire organizations, drafted, coached, and mentored them. Every Indiana basketball team, including the Pacers and Celtics, was impacted by him. But why now? Why emerge from the shadows now? Simple, because Caitlyn Clark is the spark and he is crucial to the game. Birds may also turn sparks into infernos. The Bird's presence is tactical rather than ceremonial. He bridges the gap between old-school perseverance and new-school skill by acting as both the architect and the mentor. He's here to build. Think about this. Bird serves as Clark's mentor, teaching her how to build teams, handle celebrity, and leave a lasting legacy. It's not simply mentorship. It's a series. Royalty is passing the crown. Bird does nothing in the middle. If he goes back into the arena, he's all in. Furthermore, with Cunningham and Clark by his side, this combination has the potential to ignite something that has never been seen in the sport before. There is a poetic element to the idea that all of this is happening in Indiana, a state where basketball is not a sport. It's a religion. Moreover, all three of these people have deep ties to it. Clark is starting to get a fever. Cunningham took part in high school contests in the Midwest. Bird is also an Indiana basketball player. It's not a coincidence. It's a coronation. Indiana is witnessing a basketball revolution that cuts beyond leagues, genders, and historical periods. Everywhere throughout the state, fans are ecstatic. Media cars are parked outside practice facilities, and somewhere in a boardroom, a design is being drafted. A blueprint capable of changing everything. This migration is not limited to a single-player club or league. It's about uniting basketball under one roof. And using Indiana as the starting point is okay. That template encompasses more than just OS and luxury. The goal is to totally change the sport itself. Insiders claim that with Bird and Clark Cunningham as its founding architects, this extends beyond just boosting WNBA viewership or securing more sponsorships. Rethinking the professional basketball environment from the ground up is the aim. Imagine a future in which NBA and WNBA players train side by side, and young boys and girls in Indiana or anywhere else in the country look up to see the same resources, the same zeal, and the same spotlight shining on both leagues. Mentorship is more than just a slogan for marketing. It's a structured, fully funded program that might be being built by this trio. It's also more than just gossip. Rumor has it that infrastructure is already in place. The training academies, media platforms, and growth pipelines are co-managed by both male and female basketball icons. Because of his vast network and management experience, Larry Bird is reportedly pushing for NBA support to fully integrate the leagues in ways we've never seen before. Meanwhile, Cunningham is doing more than just raising his voice. She reportedly supports union protection, equal pay structures, retirement planning, mental health initiatives, and structural policy reform that goes beyond catchphrases and into concrete action. Rather than being ornamental, her job is revolutionary. Caitlyn Clark, on the other hand, is described as both a top athlete and a reformer. She is both young enough to interact with the younger generation and strong enough to demand access to boardrooms where major change occurs. Instead of using her platform to applaud the system, she is criticizing it. Furthermore, instead of just watching, supporters are taking action. Buzz on social media is at an all-time high. Hashtag usage is widespread. Fan clubs are beginning to form, and petitions for transparency about the possible outcomes of this mysterious gathering in Indiana are growing. The public wants to know more than anything else. Local Indiana media outlets are allegedly planning special investigation pieces. National news organizations are flying producers. Why? Since they are conscious of everyone's deepest emotions. We're only scratching the surface of a massive phenomenon. Rumor has it that this secret meeting might become a live televised revelation, complete with music that would drastically change the sports world. During a televised debut, the three will discuss their vision, goal, and call to action for the basketball community. What would happen if they asked more people to join them at the table? Imagine working along with famous people like Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi, or even LeBron James. When they align, other legends pay heed, so that is no longer a fantasy. It's a very real possibility. This is not merely a basketball story. It's a story about influence and how three people, each from a different era of the sport, have the ability to fundamentally alter the story. This entails breaking down organizational divisions, ignoring out-of-date playbooks, and starting from scratch to create a new era. Both leagues' executives are already nervous. Such a bold initiative poses a danger to the status quo. It challenges established authority. However, it is gaining traction because the current system has to be corrected, and these three may be able to provide it. Think about what it means when the idea of transformation receives more acclaim than the court. There is more going on in Indiana than any championship at the moment when supporters become excited about the next generation of games rather than just the next one. It exceeds all MVP honors. From small towns and youth leagues to professional locker rooms in global arenas, it's the start of a movement that transcends geography, gender, and generation. It's possible that basketball will never be the same. In a time when many sports tales focus on controversy, betrayal, or burnout, this story also feels distinct. It feels good. Rather than being about an individual, it feels more like a story of a sport-wide revival. Therefore, while we wait for the complete revelation of what Clark, Cunningham, and Bird have planned, one thing is very clear. This WNBA chapter is not like the others. We are here to witness this instant before and after, a pivotal moment, and the beginning of something huge. Every heartbeat, every piece of news, and every significant action they take. Basketball fans, get ready for something that will make history in addition to making headlines. So what's the big deal? What's happening? Insiders say it could be a mentorship program. Others are engaged in new cross-league training facilities, media platforms, or entrepreneurial ventures. Whatever it is massive and aims to unite men's and women's basketball in a way never seen before. Think about it. Cunningham's passion, Bird's insight, and Clark's drive all contribute to raising the bar for both genders. With player morale, cross-league workshops, cooperative media appearances, and a unified basketball brand, we may be witnessing a full-scale revolution. Additionally, Because this is a call to arms rather than just a collaboration, you can be certain that sponsors, networks, and fans will be intently monitoring every move they make given the already massive amount of media attention. A declaration that everyone can play basketball, that the sport is evolving in front of us, and that greatness is being produced. We now ask a question. Are you ready? Are you ready to witness the real-time writing of basketball's future? Because instead of just playing the game, Caitlyn Clark is altering its rules. In addition to speaking the truth, Sophie Cunningham is paving the way. He has returned to build, not to watch, along with Larry Bird. What occurs next will startle the entire planet. And we'll be here to give you all the announcements, updates, and ripples from this triumvirate. Click like if you're enthusiastic about basketball's future. Post your guesses in a comment. What plans do you think Clark, Bird, and Cunningham have? This story is just getting started, we promise. Thus, remember to subscribe. Stay restricted. The revolution has arrived. Thank you for watching WNBA News.